what's up, and welcome back to the channel for yet another FC Finch review. And as we can see, it doesn't have anything to do with Transformers or Eagle Moss. But no, we're going to take a look at a Power Rangers item today. And yeah, that's right, I don't review Power Rangers often, but when I do, rest assured, it's probably got something to do with the Green Ranger. And we're going to be taking a look at the Lightning Collection Dragon Dagger. Now, a bit of a preface as to why I picked this up. I saw that this went up for pre-order on Big Bad Toy Store a few months ago, and since I'm kind of building a pseudo Jason David Frank exhibit, God rest his soul, I figured I'd pick this up for that exhibit. So that is why this is here before us. But since we didn't do a formal unboxing for the Dragon Dagger, and I typically don't do unboxings for items like these, we're going to take a quick look at the box. I'm going to move the Dragon Dagger off the table, and of course, right on the side, we can take a look at the box. Of course, we are treated to a nice image of the Dragon Dagger, which the shot of the box kind of differs from what we get in actual practice, but nevertheless, you can see it is a very nicely doctored up version of the Dragon Dagger, looking really good. On there, you do have Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Dragon Dagger, and 18 plus. It lights up, it has noise, and of course, it does have the Dragon Sword on the side. This will annoy the crap out of your girlfriend, by the way. We'll get to that more later. And then, of course, we have takes 2 AA batteries, and then, of course, you got a nice shot image of the Green Ranger on the side. And if you want, you can open this up. If you're the type of collector to leave items in the box, you do have the ability to do so. You got some clear plastic here where you're able to see the Dragon Dagger, Power Rangers Lightning Collection, Mighty Morphin Dragon Dagger, and you are treated some extra shots from the show of the Green Ranger. A few shots of the Dragon Sword, Green Ranger blowing the flute. You got a little description right here. I'll let you pause and read that, of course. And then, of course, you got the Dragon Dagger off to the side with Mighty Morphin Power Rangers right there. And on the bottom, you got some legal mumbo jumbo and a UPC sticker. If we move it to the top, you got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers. The black and green divided by a nice lightning bolt looks really good. And then, of course, we have another shot of the Dragon Dagger. Moving around to the other side of the box, you got Mighty Morphin Power Rangers, a whole bunch of warning labels about things, and you get all the product shots on the back, all the cool stuff that this does. You can pause and read at your discretion. And then, of course, you got Hasbro and Power Rangers on the side. And there we go for the box. Let's take a quick look at the instructions. They're pretty pictorial instructions. They are done in a very nice bright green and black. Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection. And of course, we got some pictorials of the Dragon Dagger. We can see it insinuates, it lights up, it plays notes. You get a little song right here, wondering what this could be. And then, of course, you got your little mode selector, your note player, 1, 2, 3, and then, of course, you have your battery installation instructions. You do need a screwdriver, and it takes 2 AA batteries. And there we go for the instructions. And let's take a look at the Dragon Dagger. And yes, before anybody starts in the comments, yes, I have seen the Legacy one. Yeah, that one definitely does look indeed better. I haven't seen too many in-depth comparisons since this is the one I bought, but it does indeed look better. So if you just plan on leaving it on a shelf, it looks good. Not sure what else it does, so I won't even get into that. But let's talk about this. And this definitely has more of a toy-esque feel, but again, you do have some nice black plastic. It does have kind of some metallic green of an outline right here. You got some dull gold all around, all the embellishments, all the lining. You got some molded detail right here. You got kind of the dragon's foot molded in there. Looks really good. All of the gold on the buttons right here, and then of course you have the dragon coin in kind of like a goldish, supposed to be gold, but kind of looks goldish, kind of like a lighter bronze almost. You got the little flute area here, and you got the nice paint done. And so it is paint, the areas what do have paint are painted pretty good. Then of course you have like some kind of textured molded transparent plastic along the side. This actually does some fun stuff. You do have some grit airbrushed on or whatnot to the blade, so it looks like it's been used. It slashed a few bad guys and all that stuff, sent Rita back to her little trash can. And then of course you have some gold-ish detailing here, and of course on all of the holes and whatnot you have gold detailing all around. You got more embellishments in black right here. Other side, of course, you have a little bit of different gold detail. Oh, no, not yet. You got a little bit of detailing along the back. Again, more embellishments in black. I love how they kind of differentiated the detailing on the different sides. And of course, you have your little voice box, of course, where all the sounds come out of. Of course, you have your battery pack right here. You can see the screw right there. The batteries are already installed. There is no way to turn this off as far as I know. Now, this thing does have two modes. We're going to stick in this mode right here. This is the manual mode. And what we do here is you have several buttons on this. So the first thing is you can play all the notes individually. And of course, the blade does light up. In fact, let me turn off the light real quick so you can kind of see. Yeah, you can see the blade light up. That is really cool as it lights up in the green. And again, you can play whatever notes you want. You can play them in any order you want, but this does have a pre-programmed order that is in the instructions. And if we can do it together... And that is badass. So yeah, you can play the Dragon Dagger theme that is in the instructions, and you do get the nice note afterwards. Then of course you get the dragon roaring into battle. Additionally, you do have this button right here, and what this does, this is kind of a remix button. You can play Sir Mix-a-Lot on your Dragon Dagger. So we hold this down, and we hold it down like this. And you can see that it gets you a whole bunch of notes. I think I'm just going to leave the light like this because it enables us to see the glowing a bit more. And I do believe it at least is showing up fine for me. Oh, not yet. So, and there we go for that. And then, of course, if this is our mode selector right here. And it only goes between two modes. There is no off, once again, on this. So you can't turn it off. We can switch modes. And what we can do is you can actually play... And of course, it plays the tune in full. And then we go to the next button, and but of course, now that does play the dragon summoning theme. But of course, nothing lights up over here, and you do not get the satisfaction of having the dragon roar. I like how they kind of gave you the reward for playing the tune manually yourself. And then, of course, oh, don't come after me, Hasbro. That is just too cool. And yeah, by the way, this annoys the piss out of the Admiral. So just FYI, when I first got this toy to install the battery, she ended up shutting the door to her office. So anyway, and what we'll do here is we'll push down on the button and check this out. We can play Sir Mix-a-Lot here. Kind of got a classic little version of the Power Rangers tune going on. Let's try the middle button. Oh, whoa. Kind of makes a slashing noise. And you can just alternate between the themes. Let's try this one. Whoa! Boom, 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 boom. And that is enough of that. And one last thing this does is you have this button right here. This actually does something. You just gotta push it up. And it does that. And it just makes this humming noise all through. And you can just leave it on like this. It is on, so you shut it off. And that will, of course, shut off the noise. That'll just intermittent. So you can actually play all of the tunes all while you're playing this. And real quick, let me just showcase something. We can actually... And this will actually work in both modes. So we can, of course... And it'll just go right back to activating, which is kind of cool. You just leave it activated for the log run. And yeah, overall, that is some pretty cool functionality on this toy. It looks really good. And we'll turn the light back on because, of course, we do have one more thing to showcase. You do get a base of display all in pieces, especially if you're someone like me that is just going to put this in a shelf next to his figure and kind of display it with it. And again, you do get the base piece. You get a separate component, and that's just going to fit right in. It's just a press fit, and it fits in rather nicely. Same thing for the other side, just a press fit. It only goes in one way, and you can kind of see how it's labeled. You got the, of course, Green Ranger all done in a nice light green. You have some molded detail all along on the side. You got a bit of waffles, but you're never gonna look in there anyway. That's where the base is. Then of course I got molded detail all around the base, and when I got some venting detail right here, just made of a nice kind of shinier plastic, and then more molded detail on the other side. Same thing for the little legs. They do have molded detail, and the way this sets in there is you're just gonna set it in just like this. And let me get, and the camera almost picks up all of it. Let me raise up the camera just a bit, and that is too cool. That actually looks really, really good, and I do believe this will fit in a D12. I haven't tried just yet, but it looks like it's going to fit, so you know what, if I'm wrong on that, I do apologize. But either way, yeah, so definitely cool that they kind of gave you that along with a role-play toy with so much functionality. So there we go for that. So let's summarize, and there we have it for the Mighty Morphin Power Rangers Lightning Collection Dragon Dagger. And yeah, overall, for the price, for the money, this is a really neat little toy. There's a lot of functionality, lots of different playability. You can play it manually, you can play the tunes if you don't want to play it manually, and you get if you can play the dragon summoning tune, you can of course get the reward of having the dragon call back to you, which is actually pretty cool. You get a neat little base of display, which goes well, especially if you're doing it like I'm gonna do with this. I'm just gonna put it in a D12 and call it a day. Now the one thing that is kind of a bummer is, yes, this does really look more like a toy comparative to the Legacy, which I have only seen images of. The Legacy definitely has the more mature adult collector look, so there is that. But you know what, for the money, for my purposes, I think this looks pretty okay. And again, for what it does, for the little bit of playability that I could have and take it off the shelf every once in a while, definitely for my money's worth, I do think this is a very cool toy, especially if you can get your hands on it. Now, I did get my hands on this via Big Bad Toy Store. I'll put a link in the description down below. If they have any left, you can pick up one of your own. I do recommend this, especially if you're a fan of, you know, just trying to play the tunes, or just a fan of the show and want it for your display and don't have the Legacy one. So check that out. And that being said, I don't do too much Power Ranger stuff, but if you did find this review fun and informative, consider hitting that like button at least down below. And if you like Transformers or Star Trek or some other items, feel free to subscribe to my channel. I definitely do appreciate it. We are almost at 500, and that is totally awesome. Thank you so much to those of you that already are. I greatly appreciate everyone following me on this journey. And that being said, that is going to conclude this review. I have been FC Finch. Thank you so much for watching, and may the power protect you.